All right, guys, I want to show you something cool. The B&W S45. This is a semi-automatic .45 caliber air gun. Puts out about 200 foot-pounds. Comes with two 6-shot magazines. You can run it like I've got set up right here, sort of mini carbine style. Or you can remove this bottle and run this guy as a pistol. We're going to spend some time today checking this thing out. Of course, we're going to do some cool power demonstrations, accuracy demonstrations, and I think by the end of this video, you guys are going to have a good taste of what the S45 is all about.
Oh, guys. It keeps falling.
Sheep love corn, and we love Tacticon, and we love turkeys. And we love Tacticon Armament for sponsoring today's video. They're a 100% combat veteran-owned company that I'm proud to have on board as a sponsor. And if you guys want to say thank you to them for sponsoring this video, you can head on over to the link on screen right now or down in the description below to get yourself a red dot like the one we're using today, or just to check out any of their other. They have industry-leading warranties and stand behind their gear. And
if you use code SHOOTING, they'll send you a free bag of corn.
No, actually they won't do that.
Oh.
But definitely check them out. Use the link in the description below. All right, so we're out here. Figured a cool way to demo the power would be to smack some brightly colored water. So that's what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do it from nice and a usable distance. But from right here, about 7 yards away. I don't know, let's get her done. Whoa! Well, that was a pretty good demo of the power, I would say. I hit low, which is kind of what I wanted to do, so that we could really cause a good eruption of water, and I would go through sort of the thickest part of the water in the jug there. Obviously, we penetrated all the way through. I'm 20 paces here from my man silhouette there, and he's looking pretty sad, so we're gonna see if we can fix that. Man, this thing rips. And when you've got it sighted like I do for right about 20-25 yards with this red dot, I mean, it just hits them exactly where you put that dot. All right, so here we are at about 50 yards. Got my silhouette target set up down there, and we are gonna try 6 shots offhand and see if this is a usable range to be shooting this guy just offhand like this. Now, in order to get this thing loaded or unloaded, you have to pull the bolt back right there like that, push that little release catch down, and then you can pull the magazine out. Once you have your mag loaded, you still have to pull this guy back right there to get the bolt out of the way, hold it back, and just slide the magazine in right like that. Cool thing about this gun is that it does have a prevention that keeps it from firing when the magazine is empty, so you don't have to worry about dry firing this guy. It actually holds the bolt sort of half cocked right there like that once it's reached its last shot, and that keeps this thing from being able to, like I say, dry fire. Lets you know when you need to go ahead and get reloaded. Now, as I mentioned, you can run this as a pistol. I prefer it in this sort of a configuration here, much more accurate, easy to use when you've got the ability to brace it against your shoulder like that, because this is not lightweight and it's definitely not really pistol size per se. But if I did want to switch this up to the pistol configuration, cool thing about it is that this bottle's hot swappable. So I can just take this off right now, full of air, doesn't matter. Put it back on, full of air, won't matter. So that's kind of cool. You can go back and forth quickly. One other thing worth pointing out is that when you order it from Airgun Tactical, you get this cool mag loader right here that helps, because the magazine is just about impossible to spin with just your hand. It's hard to get this thing rotating around. But when you have this guy on here, it makes it much easier to obviously get the mag loaded. So that's just a cool little extra you get from Airgun Tactical. Wanted to point that out, and obviously say a big thanks to them for sending out the S45 for review. If you guys want to check out an S45, definitely I'd recommend you do so at Airgun Tactical. For this guy, because this is sort of in the sort of self-defense, home protection realm of air guns, if you will, I decided that I was going to go with a sight. I was going to sight it up with something that was sort of in that vein as well. So we've got the Tacticon Apex Predator V3 on here, and what's cool about this sight is that it has a shake awake feature, so you can leave it on basically all the time. Whenever you pick the gun up, it automatically senses your motion and turns the sight on. So if you're using this thing as like a home defense air gun, that's kind of cool. The sight's going to turn on right away when you pick it up, be ready to go. Another really cool thing about this sight is that it has a solar panel on the top, so it's going to stay charged. You know, it's always a big problem with red dots batteries going dead. Not going to have to worry about that with this right here. Solar panel's going to keep it up and ready to go all the time. You've got two different reticle choices in here. Of course, you can go with the just regular dot, or it's got an option to run sort of a crosshair with the dot in the middle, if that's what you like. So tons of features, but at a very budget price as far as what you're getting here from Tacticon. Definitely, guys, check them out. Use the link in the description below. So moving on back to the gun here, the S45 is not regulated, so you definitely kind of taper down in velocity each shot. Right, so with both bottles on here, I'm getting about 4 mags per fill. Now that could be a difference of opinion. Some folks might keep shooting it for longer than that. Some folks might want to only do 2 mags per fill. Same thing with just the one bottle on there. You know, I can shoot 2 solid mags in my opinion, but really by the end of that first mag, you've definitely tapered down a lot in power. So I think that's really all there is to say about that. I think the shooting speaks for itself, so let's go do some more of that. Whoa. All right, well, thanks so much for hanging out with me today, checking out the B&W S45. If you like this video, definitely check out one of the other couple of videos on screen right now. Hang out with me some more. I'll see you guys over there.